Winter is leaving us with some scary conditions.
You're basically trying to create an avalanche.
Exactly what I'm doing.
But we are making the most of it,
I said I wasn't doing this anymore.
no matter how hard it gets.
Yeah, but who needs a sauna when you can just put on a hazmat suit?
Literally soaking wet.
Today is a little bit of everything,
Didn't know any better, I'd say it was perfect.
and trying to stay positive through the problems.
I won a jiu-jitsu competition with crippling back pain.
Same thing as labor, is that what you're saying?
Just as hard as labor.
It's spring cleaning.
Sorta. Cleaning up to make a huge mess.
Yeah. Is this all extra insulation?
Yeah, we just got that
Pretty much.
Wow. Who did the math on that?
What's up, guys, and good morning. It is a very special day today. We are basically cleaning out the living room because I think today, even though it's a little glum and cloudy out here, is the day we're gonna start spray foam.
Dude, it's snowing. Do you see it? It is!
Yeah, it's not good.
I didn't do anything! It's snowing!
Oh, how nice.
No! Play-Doh! Okay, good. Luckily it's nice and warm in here and the furnace is on, so it's nice and warm in the addition and in the sunroom, which is kind of amazing actually. But it was supposed to stop snowing yesterday and start to warm up and be sunny and heat up the roof so that we could spray foam. I don't know what this weather thinks it's doing. Bad back and a pregnant lady. Not a great combination.
Together makes one useful person.
Yeah.
The snow that's built up on that side of the roof that comes off the main house and then sticks there as a little iceberg, that kind of needs to come down so that that part of the roof can warm up. Now, that's not going to happen until our little ice waterfall out here gets broken. So I'm hopefully going to go out with this spade shovel, break that little waterfall apart, and then all the snow is going to come down.
All right.
Like Humpty Dumpty. Cleaning up, not making a mess.
Yeah. That's wild.
Oh no!
Oh, be careful.
No. That cave right there.
Wow.
That's where that waterfall's coming from.
Yeah.
We have a waterfall that comes around the front of the house right now. It's not coming in the house. It's not doing any damage or anything like that. The water's actually being pushed around the building and out forwards, which has always been our plan, but it's pretty intense at night.
Yeah.
Especially after it's been really warm.
Yeah. Careful your back,
No, I'm trying.
old man.
Aye.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Ah.
You're basically trying to create an avalanche.
Trying to create an avalanche. That's exactly what I'm doing. Like a glove. So that was exactly what I wanted.
Perfect.
I just wanted all that snow to slide right off the roof. It did. Now the sun is out and shining. These last little pieces of snow here gonna melt and slide off. And then hopefully the heat from inside the living room will heat the inside of the sheathing. The sun will heat the outside. We'll be ready to spray some spray foam. So we are absolutely transforming this room. We've got all of the tools taken out of this room and put into the office. We're removing all of our scrap wood pile here and taking it out where it's going to be used for kindling or to get disposed of. All this insulation right here is actually going to go in the ceiling after we do our 2 inches of spray foam. So we've got to move it to one side of the room, do the spray foam, and then move it to the other side of the room. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering why we're doing spray foam and mineral wool, and that's because in order to get enough spray foam in the ceiling to have like our full 45 R value, it would take a lot of spray foam, like multiple kits. So you do like a couple inches of spray foam so that it has like a thermal barrier and it doesn't cause condensation because there's no attic and it's not ventilated. And then you do the rock wool to get your actual full R value. So we're gonna be doing both of those things. Hopefully today, maybe we'll be able to get them finished.
Wow.
The temperature is not cooperating, but I think we're going for it anyways.
Like supposed to be stormy until noon, and then it's supposed to clear up. So partly cloudy, but no more precipitation.
I was gonna fake it till I made it, but you called me out.
I vacuumed and put everything back in that little corner, and now you're about to...
All I have to do is take those boards and put them in an orientation and nail them together, so it shouldn't make a mess other than like my boots and stuff.
All right. I'll just move the blankets. How about that? It's funny because yesterday I actually took all the firewood out of here, the baby gate that surrounds the fireplace out of here, and it makes it look so much more spacious and just like nice and open. And I was joking like, oh yeah, the minute I take all this stuff away, it's gonna snow. And today it's snowing. Yeah. It's like the muddy mess combination. It's great. You know, it'd be really nice to have a roof over this deck.
What?
What are you rubbing in?
Lotion.
Lotion. On your lips?
This.
And your cheeks? I didn't know lotion goes on your lips.
Chapstick.
Chapstick. Looks like something Trent's about to lay down on and you're gonna carry him out.
Stretcher.
Yeah.
Fix my back.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Quick.
To work?
And then I need the ladder, I think, is upstairs. All right, thankfully this is not my first time doing spray foam. I did a bunch of spray foam in the house. I did a bunch of spray foam in the garage. So I'm a little bit experienced in this. I really just need to fill these bird blocks with enough insulation to seal them up and provide some good R value, and then get 2 inches of insulation on the bottom of the roof sheathing through this entire floor. If my calculations are correct, this should be barely enough to do that. But if you saw how much extra insulation we have out on the deck, then you probably guessed that I'm not very good at estimating how much insulation is going to cover a given space. So hopefully this is a little bit more accurate. The only bummer is basically I'm the only one that can be in here because I have to wear a respirator, I have to wear a suit. Other people can't really be around while I'm doing this because of the gases, especially Allie. So we're going to do our best to try and film this, maybe do a little time lapse, show you what it looks like going on. It's time to get to work. I am a little nervous about this just because we're like right on the brink of like the safe temperature to use this foam at. Just hoping that it doesn't make it not work, because these kits are like $1,000 a piece. So it's very expensive, but to pay somebody to do spray foam is like just as much or more, and we can't get a spray foam truck up here for probably another month or so. So kind of have to do this. We got to do it now, and yeah. I'm gonna throw my respirator on, open up these tanks, and we're gonna start spraying.
Got a two-tongue weight from my hairline to my backbone.
You got this.
There goes nothing.
All right, give me a caw when you're done. Good luck. All right, Lika's coming with me. Brandon and Grayson are safely away from the fumes downstairs. Trent is gonna get started in that part of the ceiling right there. And we'll catch him when he's done.
All right, well, it ain't pretty, but it's done. I got 2 inches of foam on the ceiling in there. Very difficult. Like on the top of the ladder, I'm like hanging on the rafters with my back, like trying to spray. And then because you're having to spray the ceiling and you have to see where you're spraying, you end up just like sitting below it while you're spraying. So all the overspray droplets fall on your face.
Yeah, but who needs a sauna when you can just put on a hazmat suit?
Literally soaking wet. My lumbar belt is wet.
Ew.
Very wet.
You're gonna stay inside? Do you wanna get in the truck? In Grayson's truck? I can walk down with you. Okay, come here, buddy. Can I hold your hand? Thanks. Leo, where are you going today?
Agaga house.
To Agaga's house? Are you excited?
Tell me, what can I do? Do I go for a walk? Should I stay with you?
Mwah. You gonna have a good night? Okay, I love you.
Okay.
Bye. Oh man, it has honestly been so amazing having Jennifer around to help watch Leo. Not only because she's family and it just feels like feels better. It's hard to find people that you trust to watch your kids, but also because she has 6 kids herself. She's done this so many times before. She's amazing with Leo, and he absolutely loves her. And tonight is actually the first night of me and Trent's new birthing class to prep for our baby brother's arrival. So for the next 6 weeks, we have a class every Wednesday night from 6 to 9 p.m., which is long and late. And it's hard to get a babysitter to come up here. So Leo is actually having a sleepover every Wednesday night for the next 6 weeks at Agaga's house, which honestly, I don't think would work with anybody else. Like, it's really the perfect situation. She's got a nice little setup for him, and he's very familiar and used to her house. He loves playing with his cousins, so it works really well for him. And then we don't have to worry about trying to get a babysitter, come all the way up the mountain and leave late, and him with bedtime and dinners and all of that. It's been huge, and we are so grateful. And also very excited for tonight's first birthing class for baby number 2.
Well, Brandon just went and checked our propane tanks in September, actually September 16th, which was 6 months and 1 day ago. We had 83%, and Brandon just checked them and they're at 70%.
What?
We literally used 13% of our propane tanks.
Why?
Through the entire winter. I don't know.
Were we not heating the garage as much or something? What did we do last year that was...
Well...
It was just so much more snow or something? Last year was freezing? I don't know the difference.
I don't know.
We're running the heater without insulation in there.
A lot.
Burning through a bunch of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
It's just crazy. We're gonna have to fill up for 5 years, baby.
Yeah.
All right, like I said before, it's not pretty, but it's done. We've got our 2 inches of spray foam insulation up here in the ceiling. Now we have these 2x8 bats that are R30, and those are actually gonna get cut down and then stuck in between all of the TJIs to insulate this roof the best that we can. Now, a lot of people have asked questions because our TJIs are doubled up, which means in between each TJI is a little pocket of air. Now, One is that the air is trapped in there. It can't really go in or out or do anything. So that will actually be like a cellular like insulation zone. And everywhere else has spray foam and is gonna have rock wool. And then once we get our ceiling material on here, it's gonna be as good as it's gonna be, okay? So that's all we're worried about. And I'm glad that the spray foam is over. I'm freezing right now because I am just soaked from head to toe, but at least we're making some progress. I think we have an errand to run.
Okay.
So let's go do that. So we are actually down here at my grandparents' house and I have got a special product for their lawn. This product is from Sunday. And Sunday is the sponsor of today's video. So Sunday is actually a really cool company where you don't have to measure your yard, you don't have to try and figure out how much fertilizer or how much seed or all the different types of things that you need for your lawn care. They do everything through GPS, they look at your property, they assess what you need, and they send it right to your front door.
Every Sunday order is customized for your specific lawn and works with nature using planet-friendly and carefully selected ingredients to give you the best lawn care possible.
They just sent us one of their little packages here that has fertilizer in it. You connect this to the hose and you're ready to go. And it's basically that easy. If you guys want to check out Sunday and use them for your lawn, right now you can actually get a special deal. You just click the link in our description and use code Trent Allie 30 for 30% off your custom lawn program from Sunday. Wanted to say thanks again to Sunday for sponsoring today's video. Now we are gonna head home and we'll see you guys in the morning.
Maybe we're okay if we don't look too close into the mirror. Just do as they say. Let it all go, flow down the river.
Is this your morning ritual?
I've never seen this before, no. You want to get in on this, Brandon?
No, I'm good.
Go
Yeah, it
next
was
to
cold
him.
yesterday.
No,
Leo.
not on top. You can go right next to him, right here.
Just like that.
Good. Good job. Not on Dad while he's stretching, okay? Good. Oh, wow. This is a shirt and shorts outfit that Gloria got for Leo for Easter, and he loves it and wants to wear it every single day, but it's still too cold to wear shorts. So the compromise this morning was to put your pants on, and then you can put your shorts on top of the pants. Are you wearing shorts? Yeah. Who got you those clothes?
Mama.
Grandma. Good morning.
All right, we are ready to get to work today. Yesterday, we corrected most of one of my mistakes. I accidentally picked up 19 extra bags of insulation from Home Depot.
How many are you returning?
16. Wow. She said 16 out of 20? That's not very good.
Yeah, it's not very good. Awesome. Cool, thank you. All right, Trent, you're not in charge of takeoffs anymore.
Good. It's your job now.
Okay.
15 out of 20. She's like, that doesn't sound very good. And little does she know that there's another like 3 bags that need to be taken back. So it's even worse than it looked. Or actually, it was 16 out of 20. And we have 3 bags. So we really needed 1 out of those 20 bags of insulation. So we got that taken back yesterday. And all of the spray foam is fully cured and ready now. We have all of the bats of insulation that are going to go in the ceiling in the living room.
Oh, cool.
So today we're going to be cutting those in half, which absolutely sucks, but it's because those joists are doubled up 12 inches on center, so the gaps in between them are like 9 inches, and they don't make 9-inch bats of insulation. So we're gonna be cutting the bats in half, sticking them up into the ceiling up there, and once that's done, we can put a vapor barrier on the exterior walls in the living room and then build our little bookcase around all of our vents. And then the living room will actually be done and ready for drywall.
Oh.
We're like slowly moving through the house.
That's cool.
With that exact objective. We're gonna cut Brandon and Grayson loose, throw an insulation in the ceiling. I'm gonna go down in the crawl space and finish doing our vapor barrier on the floor, and then I can actually start doing exterior walls in most of the house with the vapor barrier. So it's gonna be a lot of fun today.
You can never just have the entire place clean. One room has to be disgusting.
I mean, per usual with us, we don't ever really clean anything up. We just take the clutter from one spot and move it to the next. If you went out and looked in the garage right now, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. But eventually, slowly, things are moving around and getting finished and things are moving. But, you know, I feel like maybe we'll have to start a new project here soon, just so that
just to move more
right before
stuff.
we finish the addition, we'll just start something else, because that's just what we do. Finishing things is for the birds, you know.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you got going on down here.
Yeah, I need you to get that dustpan.
Wow, it really does look like Dexter's lair in here.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Huh.
It's gonna be really nice when it's done.
Okay. I said I wasn't doing this anymore.
Try to leave it rolled up. All right, so now that we've kind of figured out exactly where our post is going to end up in the center of the room where we have to cut the plastic, I've cut the plastic completely around the post. So now we can start taping in this corner. We can get it stretched out nice and tight to that end of the room, and then we'll just flap those two pieces back together around the post, tape that seam, tape the perimeter, and this will be done.
Cool.
It's actually a pretty easy, quick plasticking.
Wow. Cut it close. Fits perfectly.
All right, so now that crawl space has a completely solid vapor barrier, and what this does is it prevents moisture from coming up from the ground and then wicking into the crawl space, absorbing into the wood or the insulation or any other materials that might be down in your crawl space and creating mold and damp, wet environments where bacteria can grow and stuff like that. So by putting this layer of plastic on the ground and then layers of plastic on the walls and the ceiling, you're basically creating like a giant rubber glove that's like basically keeping this space dry, and then we're gonna have it conditioned so the heat will be blowing in here and circulating air, so we don't have to worry about damp air causing any problems down here. It is a lot of work, but in the end, it's definitely worth it. Now that we've finished with this, Allie and I are gonna go frame out the header for our walkway at the top of the landing, and then get some drywall thrown up and get that area ready for tape and mud.
Oh my gosh, it's too hot. It's either too cold or it's too hot in this house. It just goes from winter to summer. Feels like that. And we have all these south-facing windows, which is great because it lets in a lot of solar gain and heat, but it also heats up the house, and maybe part of it has to do with the fact that I'm pregnant. I go from hot to cold or cold to hot really fast. It is warm. Are you a good guy or a bad guy?
I'm the bad guy.
No.
The bad guy.
You're a good guy.
I'm the bad guy.
What's the bad guy's name?
Put the blade on the line and cut
In Lion King.
The dragon. Mufasa.
Mufasa's the good guy.
Mufasa's the good guy.
Uh-huh.
What's the Owen?
What's his name? What's his brother's name?
Owen.
He has a big thing. What is it?
It's real.
Scar.
Scar is the bad guy.
The bad guy.
Yeah.
And what is Simba?
Oh, baby.
The baby.
What's the Owen?
What's the bird's name?
I'm yellow.
Zazu?
Did you say Dada was Zazu?
I'm yellow.
Oh. And what was Mama?
Oh, baby.
Rafiki. Dada is Zazu and Mama is Rafiki. I'll take it. I like that. Thank you.
Basically, the rough opening for this hallway right here is like a 1.5 feet taller than the doorway right next to it. So we're basically gonna fur down this rough opening to be like a normal sized rough opening instead of an 8-foot giant rough opening, so that it matches the one next to it. So I'm gonna be installing these boards up here to frame this down, and then I actually have a piece of leftover drywall from when we did the archways in the sunroom. I think that's what it's left over from. I'm gonna go ahead and try and cut that into a very precarious shape to fit over this beam and then over our like framed in space once I'm done. And then it'll be ready to get taped and mudded and maybe some trim. And then this part of the house will be done.
Trent is having some severe back issues himself from a jiu-jitsu injury that just will not heal. So he's not going to jiu-jitsu right now. He's fully trying to rest his back. He's getting some like adjustments and he's doing some stretching. Still hasn't really improved very much. My back pain from like my sciatic stuff has actually improved a little bit, so I can like walk around, which is huge. Let me tell you, it's not 100%, but it's getting much better. But I feel like both of us combined are just like hobbling around, like trying so hard not to injure ourselves and like barely able to lift things together.
We're like an old couple with bad backs.
It's like a sign of the future, and it's like scary. It's like, okay, this is why you stay healthy and you stay in shape and you take care of your body.
This is why you have kids, so you can have your kids pick things up and move them for you.
It's definitely scaring me into taking better care of myself because I could not be like this for the rest of my life. Honestly, it would be cool to have like this huge 8-foot opening, but it would only be cool if it matched the other opening. And since we can't have two, we can only have one, and one would be shorter, this will look so much better. And honestly, it's still the size of a regular door. It just looks small compared to how big it has been. All right, the first cut of drywall addition. Actually, I guess we did the archways. That doesn't count.
Hopefully this fits. I really don't want to have to do this again.
Oh, wow. You're pretty close.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I didn't know any better. I'd say it was perfect.
Is that header level?
It's as level as it's ever gonna be.
Did you level it, Trent?
I did my best.
Let me
and
see.
I filled the rest.
Let me see.
It's pretty level.
Oh, that means it's not.
That's why he's just saying that.
Yeah.
It's not level.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty close.
We were just talking about how our first birthing class went, which happened the other night. It was super positive, very exciting just to start like prepping for birth and for labor and like getting into that headspace. And I always joke with Trent, like, I wish you could just have the baby. I wish you could be pregnant and deliver the baby. Then we could have all the babies. But like, because it's me, maybe just like 1 or 2. Like, that's funny. He's always joking, like, if he had to deliver a baby, he would be totally...
I'm a hardy individual.
He wouldn't need an epidural. He'd be totally easy. He would just like grit through the pain and like it would be fine, which I would love to see.
I won a jiu-jitsu competition with crippling back pain.
Same thing as labor, is that what you're saying?
Just as hard as labor. But what do I know? I can't get pregnant.
I'm doing yoga. Whoa, that looks like a somersault, silly goose. Can I help you? Just like that. Now you look just like Dada. You gonna go measure something? Oh yeah. This is his labor prep, actually.
I'm doing all the things. I've done all the things that people have recommended. I think it's just gonna take some time before like the injury can heal or like the problem can heal, and just trying to strengthen and support the muscles around it is really all I can do. I'm trying to stretch, but a lot of times stretching gives you like some very momentary relief, and then like after you relax a little bit, everything kind of gets like tightened back up and hurts again. So I think strengthening the muscles around it is like the easiest thing I can do to better my situation. So that's what I'm going to continue to try and do.
I think for sure one thing that would help would be for you to get a haircut.
That would help. Maybe shave my beard too.
Yeah. His head is too heavy with all that hair.
Yeah.
Cayenne heat rub.
That's right.
Maybe jiu-jitsu will fix it.
No, Trent.
case you're on the border about having kids, this is what it's like. Yeah, one more time.
One more time.
One more time.
A pool. I did.
That's your pillow? Nice.
Leo definitely has your olivey skin. Like he
You
doesn't
think?
seem like he seems like he's gonna tan. He's not
Yeah.
gonna be like Trent.
He won't burn as much as
Yeah.
Trent does.
A cow. Baby cow.
Good night.
Okay, don't move. Don't move.
Okay, don't move. Don't move. Shh. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
All right, Grayson just finished up in here. He's got all of the insulation done. Brandon had to take off early because his son is getting registered for preschool. So he took off. Grayson actually finished the very last pieces of insulation that needed to be done in here. And now this room is ready to move on to the next stage. I still have to build our little bookcase that's gonna go around all the venting over there. And so I'll probably be doing that in the next video, but we can literally start cleaning up all of the insulation in this room, and then we got to put our vapor barrier on the exterior walls, but after that, we're ready for drywall in here. So that's one room, ceiling, walls, and floor that's fully insulated and ready for ready for drywall.
I'm going back up to make my last stand. I'm gonna dust it off.
There it is in all of its glory. It does feel really good to know that we've got this door framed down to where it's supposed to be. I've got the drywall on the inside, just needs a little tape and mud and some paint, and that thing is actually gonna be ready. And we're gonna do a couple of things on the other side of that door, but we're making some progress here. We got all of the ceiling spray foamed in the
Living room?
It feels like a mountain of insulation that we have to tackle, and we're chipping away at it and chipping away at it, and we're having a good time, and we're glad that we're getting through it. So
And I think it's only going to get warmer and warmer, at least fingers crossed.
by the,
Please.
by the time we're done with insulation, we're going to need air conditioning.
Yeah,
So.
perfect.
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed coming along on this adventure with us today, make sure you guys show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Sunday for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!
And keep running. You better get